Adversity is something that hits us in different stages of life. Our highs, our lows, yesterday, tomorrow, 2 years from now, 2 years in the past. And adversity has been something in which I've encountered in many different stages of life, and it's molded me and brought out my true character at times. I would like to share with you my story through my 4 years of college and how I've dealt with adversity. My freshman year was 2020, 2021, in the middle of the pandemic, and I just moved into my dorm as a college freshman. I wanted to have a regular freshman year, hang out with my friends, go to classes, things like that, but I was eating by myself, living by myself, going to classes on Zoom, and I couldn't even practice with my team. That first semester was tough, as that was my daily routine. That second semester, we were able to get a partial season, play about 6 exhibition games, and in those games, I played pretty well, earned a starting spot. I was able to get Rookie of the Year across the state of Virginia for all 3 divisions. As an 18-year-old, that felt great. My head was a little boosted. I was thinking going into my sophomore year, I should be doing 20-plus a game. I should be having these great numbers. My head was huge. I was quickly humbled. Going into my sophomore year, 2 months before the preseason, I lost 3 of my family members, and that was tough on my mental, just trying to play through it and just overcome that. Our first 4 games, I couldn't overcome it like I wanted to. I wasn't playing how I wanted to. I was down with myself, and I had a long talk with my dad. I was like, maybe this sport isn't for me. I'm not who I expected to be. I think it's time to hang it up. He was like, not at all. This is nowhere close to where your story ends. We had a long talk. He was really transparent. He was really vulnerable, and I've never seen that side. And I was like, okay. I got up. I was like, all right, let me finish this season. This isn't my time yet. I was able to finish that season, learn truly how to play college basketball and what that actually meant. Our team was the first seed for the regular season, and we were hosting our championship. Going to the championship, I thought we were the favorites, and there was no doubt in my mind we were losing that game. It was a close game the whole time, back and forth, but there wasn't a moment where I thought we were losing. It was a tie game with about 30 seconds left. I'm sitting there smiling on defense because I'm like, there's no shot we lose this game. In 15 seconds, the exact opposite happened. And one layup, we lose by 3 points. Our team celebrates on our home court. I'm down in the locker room after a roller coaster of a season and nothing to show for it. I was asking, where do I go next? That whole off season leading into my junior year, I was just set on the championship. I wanted to get back to that stage, and that's all my mind was focused on. Started off my junior season pretty well. We were 3-0, and our 4th game of the season, I hurt my leg. Traumatic injury to my leg. I'm out for about 2 months. And that essentially created a domino effect on our team where bodies essentially started dropping like flies. We went from 16 guys to 8. And it was tough on us as a unit. We're practicing 2 times a day with 8 guys. We can't even go 5-on-5. I was able to eventually come back, though, for our last 8 regular season games. Maybe forced it a little bit, came back too early, but I got back to that stage I was so focused on. I got my championship. We were able to win. I was able to celebrate with my team. All was good, but I knew deep down my leg wasn't 100%. I might have pushed it a little bit. But that offseason, I was like, all right, we won our championship. I got my goal. I'll just spend this offseason getting better. Working out 2 to 3 times a day, pushing myself, and maybe I pushed myself a little bit too hard, and I was back to square one. My legs swelled up on me again. And that was tough. That was my personal rock bottom where I felt like, where do I go from here? I just spent 6 months of my last year dealing with this injury, and now I'm back to square one. I was head down in my room, tears in my eyes, and I felt helpless. My little sister had come in my room in that moment, and she was almost like my guardian angel, where she gave me a big hug, only said a few words. She goes, you'll get through this like you got through everything else. And I was like, you know what? She's right. In that moment, I knew I had another 24 hours, 7 days a week, another 365 a year to get up and get back to where I wanted to be. I knew I had another opportunity to get that stage I wanted to be, whether it's a championship or just back on the court at all. And now that I'm in my senior year, I don't really have expectations for our season. I don't have goals set except being on the court, being present with my guys. I enjoy the camaraderie of our team. I appreciate how far I've come with basketball. I appreciate when my coach calls out me by my full name and that little vein pops out on the side of his head. The little things, everything, I just enjoy every moment of it. And what I want to leave you with today is, I'm not saying my battle is the worst of the worst or my personal story. I just wanted to share it with you and let you know the adversity I've dealt with. And with those rainy days, you can never see. Without the rainy days, the sun will never shine. Thank you.